Before I get this lesson started, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, of whom I learned this truth from, and a shalom to the other brothers who are taking this truth to the four corners of the earth, bidding the hopeful elect of Yasharallah to the marriage supper of the Lamb, Yahweh, who is Yahweh Shai. That's your brother Radal. With just a report, man. This is a lesson / more of like a report. Just the amount of damage, division, the destruction that has happened to the infrastructure of some cities here in America, Mystery Babylon, and the super effect. Salakia, hold on. Just the effect of how. We call it nature, but it's the hand of the Most High. I want to pull up a precept really quick. Hold on. Let me I took a photo of it earlier. Let me see. It's Isaiah 26 verse 6. And thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise and with storm and tempest and the flame of the devouring fire. This is just there's a ton of precepts that go into how the Most High will judge this way. I mean, we know one of the first catastrophic judgments on the earth was the flood that he told Noah about, right? So it's not without range on one of the many weapons or devices that the Most High will use to bring judgment. And here's a prayer out of the book of Psalms 83:15. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm. Just to put some of the backdrop on some of this stuff.
I just want to start off.
This particular, and I also want to go in. Hold on. Let me pull up. Let me see. I'm gonna this one and then. So here's 2nd Esdras 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for the great tribulation. And let me see if I can pull up Egyptian against Egyptian. I shall turn against Egyptian. We'll turn Egypt because this is splitting everybody. So here you got Isaiah 19 verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And we can also go into 2nd Esdras, but I'll wait to pull that. Hold on. I just want to show you some of this. So you got this goes into Egyptian. This is going to turn on both sides. This is going to be socially and with the kings. You know how it says, and let's get it real quick. Let me just get these precepts really fast. They shall not regard their prince, not regard princes. Going into the politics, for there shall be seditions among men. 2nd Ezra 15:16. For there shall be seditions among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand within their power. So that's both. That's also they're going to be invading one another. They're going to be going against the powers that are set up over them, right? Because of the hypocrisy and lawlessness. Plus, they're going to be separate. They're going to be set against themselves. And this part right here, this is both. This is dealing with the powers that be who are making these decisions. But there's you got working class Edomite men who are now going to be getting pissed off at other unionized Edomite men and other types of workers, other nationalities that are involved in this because of how it's affecting their business. Listen to what this guy's saying.
Made a video in my life of myself speaking on any social media platform, nor will I probably ever do it again, nor do I give a damn. But I just want to throw my opinion out there on you union workers that are going on strike, and they're going to shut down all the ports across the United States because you want a 70 to 80% increase in wages. There's 40 or 50,000 of you that are choosing basically shut the nation's trade down because you want more money. I'm a small business.
Now, we do know that this is going into prophecy. We know that this is prophecy and that Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakakodas is the sovereign power who reigns in the kingdom of men. But this is somewhat some of the methods that he's using, but it ultimately goes back to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai.
Business owner, I'm blue collar. I've grown up poor my entire life. You don't think I want more fucking money? You don't think my neighbor wants more money? You don't think we're all struggling? You don't think we're all hanging on by a fucking thread? You don't think all of us are ready to just go fucking crazy because there's nothing we can do about it? We're basically sitting there spinning our wheels, doing everything we can to keep our nose above water, and you motherfuckers are going to shut the nation down because you want 70 to 80% increase in your wages? What does somebody like me do when I want more money? Do I lay down out here in the street and roll around and throw a temper tantrum like a fucking child? Nobody's coming to save me. Nobody's coming to help me. Nobody's coming to give me more money. I think you're all childish. I think you're all selfish. I think you have no idea the economic backlash this is going to cause and the heartache this is going to cause and the suicides that's going to come from this because of the people that are going to go bankrupt, the people that aren't going to be able to feed their children. And I know you're going to jump on here, it's not going to be that bad. The government, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. I don't think the government gives a fuck. Because you've been trying to get this deal done since June, and nobody has came to the table to negotiate with you guys. Because it's not going to happen. You're not getting 70 to 80% increase in wages. You know what? Maybe you will. I hope you motherfuckers do. Because then, I'm sure McDonald's will go on strike, or Burger King, or who the fuck knows. Everybody just goes on strike. We're not working anymore till you give us more money. And then, just more inflation. Just water that dollar down some more, You people that are living on the coast, I don't know what you guys drink. I don't know what's in the water out there. I don't know. I'm just so confused that y'all are so selfish that you're willing to cause an absolute economic fallout, basically. If this goes on for 3 weeks or so, it's going to be total chaos. Not to mention, the funny part is,
if you look at some of the comments, look at this one. The Port Union offered a 50% increase, better retirements and health care. The unions rejected it, and it didn't counter offer. I was on their side until that point. What more could you ask for? There's another video I'm going to pull up. I believe the guy brings that up.
That your labor union leaders, or whatever it is, every single one of them endorsed the Democrat Party. They endorsed Kamala for president, with exception to the Teamsters. It's kind of funny how you kind of connect the dots. I don't think that Biden's going to do anything. I think he's going to sit back and he's going to wait you out. And I think that he's going to just watch the country just go up into complete chaos right here before the election. It's kind of funny how that all goes together, doesn't it? But hey, whatever. I know that I've got what I need to protect my family. I don't want anything bad to happen to this country, but I hope that any of you that contribute to what is to come, the consequences of this, I hope that it all backfires right in you guys' face. I really hope that you all feel this.
So he's speaking curses, man. Let me find the other video. I'll be right back.
TikTok, we need to talk. sign that contract tomorrow on October 1st, or at midnight tonight, by midnight tonight, the United States is in a world of trouble. I was in logistics and I worked for a major shipping company for over 16 years in corporate. I worked for Hamburg Süd and I worked for Maersk. Those are the big containers and boat stuff and loading the boats and all that shipping. And I was, of course I was there during 2020. So a lot of stuff that was said to y'all really wasn't truthful about the pictures that they were showing online. See, what you got to understand is when they pack those boats up, the United States only exports guns and ammo. We import everything. Everything on your shelves, they import. And when those boats are coming over here.
Let's get the definition of import just real quick. Not trying to sound weird or be goofy. Let's do that. Let's do it. Import. To bring goods or services into a country from abroad for sale. So that's what import means. So America is, based on what he's saying, let's see, how much does America import? Let's say it like that. The United States imported 3.93 billion in goods, 3.3 thousand in goods and services in 2023, which is down from 3.957.8 billion in 2002. It's a lot, man. The U.S. is the world's largest importer of goods, and imports have a significant impact on the U.S. economy and everyday Americans. So, boom.
Here, they're like maybe a 4-month voyage. They pack just enough food and water and stuff for that length of time. So when that time hit and we got locked down, those boats that were out in the water, they were running out of food and water, running out of everything. And y'all remember the toilet paper was disappearing and stuff? They were sitting a few miles offshore. They had the cameras down there, but what they did was when they went down there, they did the cameras and made the things look like they disappeared to see it for y'all. We knew that they were out there. Yeah, because I had my job was to track containers. So I knew where containers were. I knew when it was hitting ports and I knew everything. But if they don't sign that contract tonight, I'm telling you, I'll go get some gas. Gas prices are about to go. Food prices are going to shoot up. Everything is within a week or two. Mass hysteria. They're going to have martial law. Heed me when I tell you this. I'm not trying to fear Mongol. This is for entertainment purposes only. Take it for what it's worth. I'm just telling you things that I know and what y'all seen. Those videos we see about this longshoreman, man, pay them people. When everybody was.
Okay, so let's go into this again. Let's just pull that precept up. A man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to. Everything's pretty much right here in 2 Ezra 15 and 16. So you got the whole, let's go down. Let's pull up the whole chapter, but jump down. So start at 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another. Is a 2 Ezra 15 verses. This is 2 Ezra 15 verses 15. And I'm going to read it down. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, swords and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Why? They shall not regard their kings nor their princes. Why? And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because of what you see happening in the earth. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. This is twofold. This is not just because of martial law. It's also because of the destruction of terrain or roads because of storms, pestilence, and weather. Look at this, or storms, tempest, and fire. Look at this. Let me show you something. Look at that. This is one of the cities after the hurricane. I believe this is one of the cities in North Carolina. I looked it up. It's Asheville. It's like 90,000, 100,000 people. It's got an 80% Edomite percentage rate. Look how this city got hit. In a lot of these videos I'm going to show you, the dirt and the terrain has literally been re-sculpted, rearranged because of the force of the water and the winds. Something that you just couldn't do with a tractor. It's amazing the way the Most High did this. Look at what happened. Completely destroyed. Let me find another. Now look at this one.
Here's where the fucking road goes. Transporting our parts, all their shit. This is basically what's stopping us from getting out of here. Climb over the hills.
That's in North Carolina. That road is completely taken out. These are Edomites leaving with backpacks on.
So today,
North Carolina and Tennessee and the Appalachia area have been resurfaced on a geologic scale. Do you understand?
This is her trying to attempt to explain in words, vocabulary, the way the terrain has been rearranged. Like how it mentions, I know it mentions it's kind of, I've heard brothers break this down. The earth shall rock to and fro, to and fro, like a drunkard. Real, yes. Okay, so this is going into the amount of the force from the amount of ICBM missiles hitting the Earth's surface, and the impact, not just one or two, but millions of them. It's literally going to cause the Earth to shake back and forth, and it's going to rearrange the fault lines, the geography of everything, just like the flood did. When the flood hit Noah's time, it rearranged the sediments and the I'm not like an expert on like speaking on those types of terms, but it did move the dirt around. You're going to see some of that in one of these videos. But look, this precept is what breaks this down. Isaiah 24:20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgressions thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So here we see a prophecy that talks about this type of stuff, and here we are seeing supernatural disasters caused by the decree of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
I'm talking,
and this is the impact of it.
When you look at geology data from hundreds, thousands of years ago, this is the type of event that you can recognize in sediment layers and just a full shift and reskinning of the entire area. This isn't something that you can dig up and rebuild. This is I don't have words for how bad this is.
And remember, again, yes, Jake is caught up in this, but these are predominantly Edomite towns. Okay, there's a video going around that a lot of these towns were sundown towns, and that's cool. But this is Jacob. We're about to step into Jacob's trouble, and it's going to be tough for our people, and of course, the 2/3 of our people are going to die. But the Most High is making an end of. It says in Jeremiah 30, an end of nations. Let me see. Though I make an end of nations. Yeah, Jeremiah 30:11. So if you read this whole chapter, it goes into Jacob's trouble, but it's everybody's trouble. And the elite or the elect of Yasharallah are the only ones that are going to be saved out of it. The ones with the Thawah calling upon the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh. So here you got Jeremiah 30:11. For I am with thee. He's talking to us, saith Yahweh, to save thee, the hopeful elect, I should say. That though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So the balance is we're being chastised this last time, we're going through the fire, but he's destroying our enemies and taking their yoke off of our neck. And he's bringing Esau and all the other nations down. And this is a peek into that.
Geologic scale. The mountains have been resurfaced. They are now 5 to 20 feet deeper and shallower in places. It's bad. It's really.
Okay, so I got another video that shows what she's talking about. I'm a union. Okay, this is that video. Now look at all this. Watch.
No, none of this rock was here before. And it's 4 or 5 feet deep. Because this is a road. And it's, 5 feet deep. Wow.
Look at all that, man. It's like fucking football fields upon football fields of 4 feet deep stones and rock that was moved by the water, man.
The damage here is... It makes you wonder where, sure, the floodwaters have receded now, and we're all thankful for that, but where does this go? This is someone's land. There were houses here.
This is in Tennessee now. This is another state.
This is millions of pounds of rock. And road. Where does all this go? So where we are standing right now.
Look at the size of those fucking boulders, man, and all that was being moved by water like it was nothing. That's tons and tons and tons of weight of rocks, and it was just being moved like paper in that water.
Right off Interstate 26 in Unicoi County, Tennessee. 12 hours ago, this would have been 25 feet deep of water. 48 hours ago, this would have been houses in people's homes. And now it is a field of rubble. 5 feet thick.
Tahala Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. That is absolute devastation to the infrastructure of America. And it was just that one storm. And supposedly, let me see if I can find it really quick. I'm gonna turn it off for the second time. Hold on. Supposedly there's more hurricanes coming into the same area.
Back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell, but I won't back down. What it does is it's October 1st, we've got an update, and I'm going to share this model run with you. But first, let's address this coming, because people are trying to downplay, say, oh, there's only a 10% chance of it forming. If you go on the National Hurricane Center's website, you'll see this, and you'll say, oh yeah, there's only a 10% chance of it forming. However, if you read that update, it says that's your 2-day outlook, and nobody's telling you that this thing is forming and hitting in 2 days. Now, if you go here and you So this is outside that 48-hour window. You've got something trying to form. It does get like a low pressure right here for a second. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. Similar with this one, it doesn't look like it's organized enough to be more than just a bad storm. Maybe a tropical depression. But then I paused it here because this is 6 days out. And I know that last one said 7 days out, but watch what comes in after that. And this is why I think it's going to be a higher percentage in that area as day goes on, because look what forms early out in the Gulf, and then watch its direction. Again, right now it's not predicted to be anything super strong.
Enjoy the quiet weather. We have several things we're watching, including the names Isaac and Joyce. We have a hurricane, we have a tropical storm, and then we have another area most likely to develop, very least a depression.
So you see that, I want to get back to...
Most likely a tropical storm.
Not a planet trailing the...
To just a couple more of these dock situations, and then I want to end the lesson.
So today's the first day that they're supposed to be doing this big strike on the East Coast and all the damn ports. You know, to all you longshoremen out there and all you fuckers that are in the union over on the ports, look at these bags under my eyes. Look at this shit. I work 16 hours a fucking day, 100 hours a week to provide for my family. I'm a blue-collar boy. I got a construction company. So because of you guys, now plywood's going to go back up to $80 a sheet. 2x4s are going to be $20 a piece, and everything that I'm supposed to do for customers is about to triple, if not quadruple. People can't afford this shit. We're still recovering from COVID. Then on top of that, you're doing a strike days after the East Coast just got destroyed by a hurricane. There's towns that are gone. They're fucking gone. But you guys want to pull this shit and make it this much more difficult on everyone who's barely hanging on by a fucking thread because you want a 70% pay increase over the next 6 years? And because you're worried about automated systems? It's 2024. What the fuck did you think was going to happen? I'm sorry that those skills don't go to a different fucking job. What the fuck does that have to do with us? Do your fucking job. You motherfuckers already make a stupid amount of money. I'm pretty sure the lowest paid guy is like $30 an hour. Like, the fuck? And yet, when they ask Biden, he's not going to do shit. Why? Enact Taft-Hartley. That's what the fuck that's there for. Because you union motherfuckers are a bunch of pussies. Keep funneling all this money into the Democratic Party right before a fucking election. Of course, shocker. You know, I'm not surprised this is fucking happening. Thank the union member for paid sick leave. Fuck that shit. You guys are a bunch of fucking pussies.
North Carolina.
I'm a union worker, so I can relate to this. These people that work the ports from Maine to Texas, they make a base salary of $81,000 a year. That is not what they make. With overtime, they can make up to $200,000 plus a year. Now that's a guy coming in off the street. No education, no nothing, gets hired on, joins the union. He makes a base salary of $81,000 up to $200,000 plus. No education. Our union, we have the same thing. We make a base salary of about $90,000, $100,000 a year without overtime. With overtime, we're looking at $120,000, $140,000, $150,000, up to $200,000 a year. Same thing. In our contract, we get 2.5% a year, 2.5% raise over 6 years. That's a 15% wage increase over 6 years. So right now, off the street, you're looking at around $35 an hour. That's off the street when you hire in. These people that are going on strike at these ports are wanting a 77% increase for the next 6 years. That's 12.8%. Basically, they're wanting to be making $90 to $120 an hour. $150,000 base salary up to, let's say, over $300,000 a year. Off the street, no education, no certificates, no nothing. Just off the street, come make this money. 77%. Their union negotiated, said they would do 55%. That still puts them at $60 or $70 an hour, and guess what? They turned it the fuck down.
See, and the more this type of shit gets out, it's just going to get People are going to get more pissed off and more pissed off and more pissed off. I'm going to stop it there for the sake of time. But I'm going to end with that same precept. Egyptian against Egyptian. And that's what's happening. It's going to happen from the government. It's happening from the government down to the people on the bottom, and it's happening from the people up to the top. And it's going to happen amongst people amongst themselves. Isaiah 19:2, and I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. There's tons of precepts that go into that, and then also the storms. Isaiah 29, verse 6, thou shalt be visited by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai of hosts. Host goes into armies. That's your chariots. That's your holy angels. That's your angels, your Allahayim, on the right and left-hand side in those chariots. All right? Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. So I pray that this lesson and this report was edifying. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodesh. I want to give a double honor to the elders and apostles of whom I learned from, the great millstone of whom I learned from, and a shalom to the brothers taking this lesson to this truth, to the four corners of the earth, bidding the hopeful elect to the marriage supper of the Lamb, who is Yahweh Shai. This is your brother Radah. Shalom.